Alright, welcome back guys. This is my video. I built the guitar out of shoelaces and pillow stuffing. So I sanded the back with the random orbital sander to 320. I had some scratches here, so I had to sand those out, which if I leave it like this and try to put my red brown top coat on there, it's going to make it blotchy. So I'll go back by hand and I'll sand this area, this area, this area. And then when I mix up my dye, I'll do the brown first and just put a little bit here and blend it. And then let it sit for a few minutes. And then I'll do my red brown on top. So I did have to lock in the color on the front of it. So you guys saw it sanded back once, and then I put another coat on there, but it was too dark. So I sanded that back maybe 30%, right? The first sand back was probably 75% that you guys saw, and then I put a dark coat on it and I sanded that back. So the last coat of color was denatured alcohol, not much, maybe a half of an ounce, and about 4 drops of the Kita. I used the brown, and it was a little too light, and I noticed that all my red was disappearing. So instead of going darker with the brown, I added the red to it. So the red was underneath was getting lost. So I added some red to the last coat of dye that I did on the top. I'm pretty happy with the color. The camera's not doing it a lot of justice, like, because of the arch on the guitar where it's picking up the light is making it look like, it looks terrible on the camera, but it really looks great in person. You can see it like changing colors as I shift it. To my eye, it looks more like right here. Pretty good. A little bit dark right here. I'm okay with that. There's a piece of veneer. You can see this piece of veneer here versus this piece of veneer here. This definitely held more red than this, so I definitely got more dark over there, but it blends well. So I'm pretty happy with it. Here's the headstock here. That comes up pretty good, probably because it's not arched. So the whole guitar looks more like that to my eye. And then I did put 2 coats of lacquer on top of it, not the brushing lacquer, and I am going to still do the burst, but the alcohol looks like it was drying out or shrinking up the veneer. Or I just sanded it too much, I don't know. But these are so small, so minor. I might have to put a little bit of filler in there. I'll make some brown filler. I may not. I'll see what it looks like after I wet sand this this top coat of lacquer. And if it looks like it needs a little bit of filler, that's so tiny. Yeah, see, it's like super tiny there. And then that one little imperfection there. So you can definitely see, you can see the line there where the 2 veneers meet, and it looks great all the way up to there. I can see that little spot there and that little spot there. So we definitely got to do something to fill that in, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. Remember, this is walnut, so when I after I level the frets and crown them, I go back and I oil this with some lemon oil, and that's going to really darken this up a good bit, but I did splatter some dye over here, so I gotta sand that back, which is okay on this side of the fretboard because it's going to have a roll off anyway. So pretty happy with it, pretty thrilled, making some good progress here. Next video will probably be after the burst, after all the colors on, and then I got to do the burst. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, if I'm going to use air, if I'm going to use a rattle can, but I definitely want a super thin burst, not one of those not a wide burst with multiple colors. I just want it to go maybe from here, a real light reddish brown to an opaque reddish brown. That opaque reddish brown should only be maybe 3/4 of an inch wide, because the whole side is going to be opaque also. And then I'll continue that burst around the back, just like the Rick Turners, just like the real ones. So that's all I got for today, guys. Follow up after the color's done. Peace.